The Alien Earth show has finally premiered on FX and Hulu, so let's talk about it right now. Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of the first two episodes of Alien Earth. This is the new show from Noah Hawley. This premiered on FX and Hulu at the same time, which is interesting. I would have thought this would be something that comes out on FX that evening and then next day on Hulu, as most of their FX shows. But they're really going and leaning hard into this one being same day release for both. So, what is this show about? This is the first TV series in the Alien franchise, as I mentioned. This is showrun and created by Noah Hawley, who has done things like Fargo, Legion, and it takes place in 2120, about 2 years before the original Alien film, and 15 years after the Alien Covenant. So that kind of puts you in the timeline of where these things are taking place. In this show, we follow the deep space vessel, the USCSS Maginot, crash landing in Prodigy City. Prodigy is a new city by a new corporation. They go into all those details in the show, unleashing horrors that include a xenomorph. But within all this, we also see the corporate struggles. Right, there are 5 companies that run the world, and there's a lot of experimentation of these hybrid people. We'll talk about that in a second because that's really the key of the show. So the show stars Sydney Chandler, Alex Lothar. Sydney is Wendy. Alex is Hermit. Timothy Oliphant is Kirsch, who is a synthetic, who's kind of in charge of training these new hybrids. Essie Davis is Dame Sylvia, who is kind of the caretaker on the other side for the same company. We also have Samuel Belkin as Boy Cavalier, the Prodigy CEO of Prodigy Corporation, amongst many others. So the main one that we find from the crew is Babo Sisse as Morrow, who is the cyborg chief of security. So this show really leans into the conflict between the new race of immortals that have risen in our world. Right, we have regular base level humans, we have cyborgs who are humans with genetic augmentations, we have synthetics who are fully synthetic, and now we have this new hybrid, which is when a human consciousness is uploaded into a synthetic being. uh, it's a great show. Before I go into more details between episode 1 Neverland and Mr. October, which is episode 2, I really wanted to give you a little bit of an overview, which is like a spoiler free thing. So first of all, I really love that idea of this conflict of these. It really is survival of the fittest in this world, right? Who's going to control everything? We also have the idea of the struggle between these corporations that kind of run the world now. um, One thing I did notice, the show has a few needle drops, so they have songs that I recognize into this alien show. That felt a little weird because from what I can remember, I don't know that any of the films have needle drops. Some might, and it's been a long time since I watched the whole thing. But normally it's just a soundtrack, it's just a score. So I think the idea of these hybrids we'll get into a little bit more when we go into the spoilers. And then of course Timothy Oliphant, my boy Timothy Oliphant, he's so good, so intense in here. I really love it. So I really enjoyed the premiere. These 2 episodes really knocked it out of the park. All right, we're gonna get a little bit into spoilers with more of the things that actually happen in these episodes. So we check in with the USS Maginot, the standard issue hypersleep. We get to see some of the crew. It really gives a lot of feelings from the first series, but immediately once we see Morrow being a little bit standoffish, he's very tied to Wayland Yutani. He's very communicative with Mother, who runs a ship. And we knew that as soon as we saw that there were all these species in the kind of being brought back to Earth, which was the primary mission, we knew that something was going to go down. Meanwhile, on Earth, we meet Wendy, who is a terminally ill child whose mind has been uploaded to a synthetic body, giving birth to the first successful hybrid. Now, the interesting part here is that only children can be uploaded. So we get a lot of, as you probably from the title, a lot of Peter Pan references, Neverland with Wendy, then the Lost Boys that are other children that kind of eventually join Wendy. It really leans into a lot of that, like having lost the loss of these sensations, and then these powerful bodies being controlled by children's minds, right? The company is doing whatever they can to kind of age up their minds and make sure they can catch up. So the inciting incident is this big crash of the Maganaut as it slams into this luxury high rise in Prodigy City, and this sends out all these aliens, different species. We see a lot of different things that were in that ship. So now they're kind of running loose around, and now a security team has been deployed, but after realizing that her brother is one of those people, Wendy suggests that her and the Lost Boys should go, the rest of the hybrid should go and really be the ones to rescue everyone. It would look good for the company. It would put the hybrids to the test. So Prodigy agrees. It's really interesting premise because you don't want to send out, and we do get to see that you don't want to send out children into like battle. So in episode 2, the immediate aftermath of all this, Hermit joins the search and rescue team as they kind of go into these lower levels of the tower. Wendy and the Lost Boys kind of start. They disobey a lot of orders. Wendy's really mission was really to find her brother, and eventually reveal that she's still around, because all these children are left with the belief that they are actually dead. Because I don't know, I don't know exactly why Prodigy Corporation is hiding all this. Probably because it's maybe not something that's legal or at least ethical to do yet. So yeah, we get these security team, and they're not Marines, they're Prodigy security that are deployed, and that's kind of when we get a lot of the cool xenomorph or other aliens kind of shenanigans, right? These creatures just taking apart all these like the cannon fodder. We get some really cool extended scenes of just the carnage. Morrow reappears to trap the xenomorph. He's definitely trying to take it back to Wayland Yutani. And even then, we see Yutani reaching out to Cavalier, to Boy Cavalier, to confront him about getting their ship back and getting all the remains too. I really like that Kirsch, who's played by Timothy Oliphant, is a full-on synthetic, right? So he has no emotions, feels no fear, but the children are not the same. These new hybrids are not the same. They still feel some of those emotions they felt as kids. So it's really interesting blurring the line between like these hybrids being a weapon and property of the company, or just a child that it's really navigating the this mission. So I like the show a lot. Visually, it looks great. I think it's got some great performances. A lot of the cast is new to me, but I'm really enjoying following along with their adventures. I don't know that I will be covering this on a weekly basis, but we'll definitely check in. Unless something really big happens, then I might make a separate video. But I wanted to give you at least a little bit of a taste of the first issue or the first 2 episodes that dropped, because it's a great show. It's a lot of fun. So make sure to go check it out. You can check it out on FX on demand if you have that on cable, or you can check it out on Hulu, Disney Plus, whatever kind of platform access you have. As long as it includes Hulu, you should get the FX shows. So let me know, what did you think of Alien Earth, the first 2 episodes? Also, if you want more in-depth detail, go check out my buddies at Crew Expendable. They did a podcast for the first episode. They're working on the second one. I'll drop their link in the description of this video. We also have a lot of really cool things, like a review for the Predator Kills the Marvel Universe comic series that just launched. So yeah, these Fox properties are real, or I guess 20th century properties are really in the forefront of what's going on, with the Predator Badlands movie coming up as well. So yeah, you are definitely having everything that you want from these Alien and Predator franchises. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.